afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Start thinking up your pet medical questions.
That's right. Coming up later this hour, veterinarian Dr. Carrie Donahue will be here to take your pet calls. Mark and I will let you know when it's time to call in.
But first, top in our news today, new information from the Tulsa hospital shooting. One of the people killed was the shooter's surgeon.
In Texas, a state senator said the incident commander at the scene at Robb Elementary School was not informed of the 911 calls coming from inside.
And we're hearing for the first time from the man tapped to lead the UW system after Tommy Thompson's departure. Our political reporter, Naomi Coles, is standing by with some big tuition news. Let's take a look outside. Boy, bottle this day up.
Oh, it was so perfect today. Take an extra long walk, and with the dogs, too.
Low humidity, sunshine, but rainy for the weekend. Dana is in the backyard, parasol in full regalia.
Yes, it is nice and sunny. You're right. If we could bottle up this weather, it would be wonderful to transport that over to Saturday and Sunday. Unfortunately, right now, the weekend doesn't look quite as nice as what we're currently seeing. A blue sky overhead with temperatures in the mid-70s. Very seasonable, very comfortable. Low dew points in the 30s. And a light breeze coming through. We've had some showers in northern Wisconsin today, but for our area, things staying nice and dry. This is also going to be the scene as we look ahead to your Friday. So if you don't have the chance to enjoy the weather today, the good news, we get a repeat performance for our Friday afternoon. Temperatures, again, mid to upper 70s for us throughout southern Wisconsin. We'll enjoy Friday, and then rain showers expected for us Saturday and Sunday, but we'll look at that rain potential in just a little bit. As far as traffic is concerned right now, a lot of good news. No accidents popping up for your Thursday evening commute. The Beltline, though, looking a little slower, especially eastbound, likely due to all that construction. Folks maybe need to make sure they have the shades for the drive home since it is so nice and sunny outside. North and southbound on the interstate for Rock County and Dane County, also green and smooth for us this evening. From the Beltline to Janesville, 25 minutes, 17 minutes to get from Middleton to Sauk City, and downtown to Sun Prairie, 17 minutes as well for us right now. So I will have to change out my parasol for a rain umbrella. So look ahead to the weekend. We'll take a closer look at that in just a few.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Dana. He made the world a better place.
That is what a friend is saying about Dr. Preston Phillips, one of the victims of yesterday's hospital shooting in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Phillips is seen here on the right side of your screen. He was getting ready to go on a medical mission trip to the African nation of Togo, something he's done every year since 2016. Another one of the victims seen here is Dr. Stephanie Hewson. She was a doctor of osteopathic medicine. Dr. Hewson was another one of the physicians that works in our orthopedic department. Dr. Cliff Robertson, president and CEO of St. Francis Health System, said. He said Stephanie was just an incredible person.
First and four, authorities in Oklahoma are revealing troubling new details in the deadly mass shooting at a hospital in Tulsa.
The suspect stormed the complex, targeting a doctor who operated on him.
Reagan Ledbetter from our Tulsa affiliate has more.
The deadly mass shooting on the St. Francis Hospital complex came just 2 weeks after the gunman, identified as Michael Lewis, went there for back surgery.
The performing physician was Dr. Preston Phillips. After release, Lewis called several times over several days, complaining of pain.
Tulsa police say Lewis returned to the hospital Wednesday, armed with an AR-15 style rifle he purchased that day, along with the handgun he purchased 3 days ago. Officers arrived on the scene within minutes of the first 911 call.
Shots fired, we see blood on the ground.
They located 4 victims on the second floor, including the doctor and the shooter, who took his own life.
He came in with the intent to kill Dr. Phillips and anyone who got in his way. He blamed Dr. Phillips for the ongoing pain following the surgery.
The massacre here in Tulsa happened a week after the deadly Texas school shooting, rattling people in the community.
This is the reality of our world right now. And today our world and our St. Francis family are devastated.
While it's human nature to want to turn our backs right now, to want to walk away, we can't do that. And we won't do that.
The other 3 victims in this shooting include a patient, a receptionist, and another doctor. The hospital CEO says the employees who lost their lives were the best people in the entire world. Reagan Ledbetter, CBS News, Tulsa.
And there have been at least 20 mass shootings since the massacre at Uvalde, Texas.
President Biden will address the nation tonight about gun violence. CBS News live coverage begins at 6:30, immediately following News 3 at 6.
And as more victims of the Texas school shooting massacre are laid to rest, there are new details about the police response. Mourners arrive to say goodbye as services continue for the children killed at Robb Elementary School. Newly released video shows students running from the school during last week's shooting massacre as parents looked on. A Texas state senator said today the incident commander at the scene was not informed of the 911 calls coming from inside the school.
We need to know what law enforcement was doing, what radio procedures were followed or what not followed, who were the 911 operators and such. And so here's what I know about.
The Democratic state senator called the response, quote, a system failure that encompasses more than one person.
On the state level today, Democrats in the legislature are calling for common sense gun safety reforms. During a press conference, they called on their Republican colleagues to step up to the plate to do something that the majority of Americans and Wisconsinites support, including universal background checks and red flag laws.
It's not just here in our state. As we've seen over the last couple of weeks, some very high-profile cases. This is a national issue. This is something that we are suffering from in our country. And as leaders in our country, and people who are passionate about making change, we need to keep calling for that to happen.
Tomorrow is Gun Violence Awareness Day. Politicians will wear orange to remember those we have lost to gun violence.
Madison police are investigating a shots fired incident on the city's west side after a man showed up at a local hospital with gunshot wounds overnight. Multiple callers reported hearing gunshots in the 4600 block of Verona Road just before midnight. Investigating officers found shell casings at the scene. While they were on scene, a 28-year-old man showed up at an area hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds. No suspects have been taken into custody in connection with the shooting. We've seen protests, court appearances, and surveillance videos since police wounded Quadron Wilson during an arrest in Madison. But what we haven't seen in the past 4 months is a big one, a decision if that use of force was justified.
New overnight, we learned the Dane County Sheriff's Office turned over its outside investigation to the Dane County District Attorney, but his office wants more information. Brady Mallory joins us with what we know and what we're still trying to find out. Brady?
Yeah, well, we've been trying to answer those questions. We've contacted the Sheriff's Office at least 32 times to try to find out more. The most common response, if we get one, is generally along the lines of, we have no new information to share. Now, to date, the Sheriff's Office has not confirmed how many times 2 DCI agents fired their guns or if the bullets even hit Wilson. Now, Wilson's family says he was shot 5 times in the back, but police won't confirm any of it. They have told us 21 law enforcement officers from local, state, and federal agencies were involved in Wilson's arrest. But investigators haven't explained why so many officers were needed. Wilson was charged with a drug offense about 2 weeks after February 3rd, but it was for an overdose death from the previous year. The charging document makes no mention of what happened the day of his injuries and arrest. Last month, a judge sentenced Wilson to 3 years in prison as part of a plea agreement in the drug case. One other thing we've seen since this investigation started, the arrest warrant the Department of Corrections put out on Wilson ahead of February 3rd that mentioned Wilson had a history of carrying guns, but DCSO authorities have since said Wilson was unarmed at that time.
Brady, thank you. A 19-year-old DeForest man accused of planning to kidnap a woman had a request to change his bail denied today. Gabriel Savage is charged with 1 count of attempted kidnapping and 1 count of stalking. Police say Savage was found in a car on the night of March 20th with 2 sets of handcuffs and a Ruger semi-automatic rifle in the passenger seat. Police found more ammunition in his pockets. Today, the court denied a motion for a modification of his $10,000 bail. We are hearing for the first time from the man tapped to lead the UW system after Tommy Thompson's departure.
Naomi Cole sat down with system president Jay Rotham. He's formerly a CEO of a Milwaukee-based international law firm. Naomi?
One of the biggest questions that the person in his position is facing is how to address declining enrollment. Part of the answer Rothman announced today is continuing a nearly decade-long tuition freeze for in-state undergraduates. He told me he'll be recommending that in a budget proposal going to the regents next week with help from federal COVID relief funds the governor designated for the system. The freeze was in the hands of the legislature before they returned tuition control to the system last year. Other ways that he plans to address enrollment is through diversity, equity, and inclusion.
We need to do a better job of serving underrepresented populations in the state and getting them into the university. It ties back into affordability, it ties back into accessibility, are issues that we're working on. But if we're going to fulfill the Wisconsin idea, we have to have more students from underrepresented groups in our university system.
Rothman outlined a 4-point plan to that effect, which we'll be getting into in depth this Sunday on For the Record at 10:30 a.m. Find out then how he's responding to legislature backlash over the appointment of UW-Madison's new chancellor.
Yeah, we'll see you then. Thank you. Madison-based brewery Great Dane Pub and Brewing is making its way to Japan in 2023. The brew pub, which has 5 locations in Wisconsin, plans to open a production brewery and tasting room in Akayu Ansan Sendai. That's 2 hours north of Tokyo. The brewery's tasting room will provide an opportunity to try beers alongside a food menu that'll pair well with the beverages. The brewery will be operating separately from the Great Dane in the U.S. with a focus on canned and bottled beers sold throughout Japan.
We're going to try and create our own hybrid beer, something that offers a unique taste profile, but still appeals to that sense of a very crisp, dry, thirst-quenching beer.
Laberglio was a consultant in Japan, and after that experience, he developed the idea of expanding to that country. He has visited the country many times, and in the mid-90s, he met Tetsuya Kayasawa, that is, who will oversee distribution relations, brewery production, and community involvement at the new location. Construction is set to start this summer, and they aim to start distributing beer throughout Japan in early 2023.
Well, 4 days of festivities are underway in Britain, with the nation celebrating Queen Elizabeth's 70 years on the throne. Crowds surged toward Buckingham Palace to catch a glimpse of the Queen as Royal Air Force jets thundered overhead. 70 aircraft soared through the sky in a celebratory salute to the Queen. The 96-year-old monarch smiled as the jets flew in formation to mark her 70-year reign. Working members of the royal family stood at the monarch's side.
It's really to salute Her Majesty for her service, but also it's the atmosphere. And it brings the nation together, doesn't it, for our wonderful Queen, who's such a role model for us.
We wanted to be here and just, as my friend said, soak up the atmosphere and just say we've been here, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we love the Queen.
The Platinum Jubilee kicked off this morning with the ceremonial Trooping the Color. And the show, as we mentioned, isn't over yet. It's a 4-day nationwide celebration filled with concerts, pageants, and parties. Queen Elizabeth is Britain's longest reigning monarch and the first to reach the milestone of 7 decades on the throne.
But she's going to miss tomorrow's festivities because she's feeling a bit of discomfort today.
Oh, is that? I didn't see that. Well, there's 3 more days to make up for it.
And there's CBS has a special tonight at 9 o'clock.
That's right. Gayle King is going to, and it's we've seen a preview of it. It's fascinating. It has a lot of archival footage when she was a young girl, and if you're a fan of the Royals, check it out tonight.
Yeah, they really love their Queen.
Yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, do you need a cup of coffee or 2 or 3 to get going in the morning?
Hey, go ahead and drink up. There is new research that shows coffee is good for you. We'll share a cup with Dr. Zorba Pastor and talk about the new research when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
When the family can't get enough of your signature dish, get everything you need with Pick and Save free pickup with no surprise fees. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
If you have type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure, you're a target for chronic kidney disease. You can already have it and not know it. If you have chronic kidney disease, your kidney health could depend on what you do today. Farxiga is a pill that works in the kidneys to help slow the progression of chronic kidney disease. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in women and men, and low blood sugar. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may lead to death. A rare, life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis. And don't take it if you are on dialysis. Take aim at chronic kidney disease by talking to your doctor and asking about Farxiga. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
What's at the top of your home improvement list? Did you say better insulation? Because better insulation makes everything you do in your home better. Even just walking in the front door on a hot day. So get ready for summer now with USA Premium Foam. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Celebrate the summer of savings at Bob's Discount Furniture with our best financing options ever. With 6, 12, 30, and 60-month financing options to fit your budget. Find thousands of amazing values, like my sleep-inducing Bobapedic Prize Queen mattress with gel-infused Bobapedic memory foam and charcoal for temperature regulation. What? Oh, dozed off. Only $5.99 or $50 per month for 12 months with special financing. This summer, Bob's Discount goes further than ever with my best financing options ever.
With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, all for prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Well, it's an exciting day today in the Twin Cities for fans of Prince.
Yeah, a long-awaited mural is being unveiled with a big party. It stands 100 feet tall and is now one of the largest in the Twin Cities. Muralist Hirio Viega just started painting this about 2.5 weeks ago, but the project has been 7 years in the making. The organizers worked closely with Prince's family to bring it to life. This mural actually kicks off the return of Paisley Park's annual celebration, with the next 4 days filled with concerts, celebrity panels, in-studio recording sessions, new museum exhibits to explore, and much more happening at Paisley Park.
Boy, that is beautiful.
It really is.
One more reason to go and visit. Oil prices fell today on reports that OPEC could start pumping more crude. Futures for crude traded at about $113 a barrel. That is down from Tuesday when prices hit $125 a barrel. The drop came ahead of today's meeting between OPEC and non-OPEC oil producers led by Russia. The Wall Street Journal reports some members of the oil exporters cartel have been exploring the idea of suspending a supply agreement with Russia. The move would allow countries like Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to step in and ease a supply crunch.
That would help. Prices keep going up. Stocks ended higher in a volatile back-and-forth session. The Dow Industrials gained 435 points, closing at 33,248. The NASDAQ was up 322 points, or over 2.5%. The S&P 500 up 75 points. Well, for many people, coffee is an elixir of life. If you're one of those people, there's great news. Coffee is good for you.
In fact, Dr. Zorba Pastor says the debate about this is over, and the research proves it. We went to Firefly Coffee House in Oregon to have a little coffee talk. It's my treat today.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes,
I'm going to
what
have
would you like?
a dark roast.
Dark roast?
Yeah. Oh, look at the mug. See, that's part of the coffee ambiance. You've got to have it in a mug.
Exactly.
And relax, hold it, make it nice and warm.
It feels good.
It definitely does.
And I would like a skim vanilla latte, please. And then could we also just get a shot of espresso, a single shot?
Got to have a shot of espresso.
Cheers, Zorba.
Cheers.
To your health.
To your health,
delicious
too.
cup of coffee.
And it is healthy. It's so
just
good,
makes you
isn't
feel
it?
good.
It just makes, absolutely. It's wonderful. There's something about coffee.
Okay, now you say there is no more debate on this.
No, there is no more debate. There is
Now,
no
we've
more
been
debate.
debating this for years.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Coffee is
That's
good
right.
for you.
Coffee is good for you. There's no doubt. There's irrefutable data that comes from a variety of studies. Big study out of California, another study out of the UK, other studies that were published in the Annals of Internal Medicine that show that drinking coffee on a regular basis is good for you. It's not neutral. It's actually good for you. Less heart disease, less stroke, less colon cancer, and it may be other things too. Americans consume 500 million cups of coffee every single day.
Why is it good for us?
It actually seems to be something in the coffee itself. It's got antioxidants, something called polyphenols, and when we brew it the right way, it's good for you. Now, there is a wrong way to brew your coffee where it's bad for you, and that's boiling your coffee. We don't do that. We use drip coffee.
Right.
But in Norway, they boil their coffee. They put the beans in water, they boil their coffee, and it turns out that ruins the nutrients. But drip coffee is great. You know, steamed coffee is great through an espresso maker. So just make it the right way. Drink up and enjoy it.
What if you like your coffee, though, more like a milkshake with
Well, that is a big issue.
And
That is a big issue. So in the UK, they did a study. They looked at sweetened and unsweetened coffee. And they discovered that if you sweetened your coffee, it probably didn't make a difference. But let me tell you, it's the UK. They put in basically 4 grams of sugar, about a teaspoon of sugar in their coffee. So the reality is, if you're going to have your coffee, have a little bit of sugar if you want to, but don't make it a milkshake.
And it's the amount of coffee you're drinking that's an issue, too, isn't it? Because a person, I can drink it all day long, and that's probably not a good thing.
No, it's okay. Your body has adapted to it. You drink it all day long. I don't think there really is an upper level. There's no data that shows an upper level of coffee is bad for you. And some people drink it continuously through work. And you want to know what? I love the caffeine. I love the jolt of the caffeine. It gets my mind working. I mean, I never drink decaf. In fact, if people say they have decaf in their house, I'll tell them I'm allergic to decaf. And they look at me, they go, are you really allergic? And I go, no, why do I want to drink coffee without caffeine?
But do you get the same health benefits if you drink decaf?
Probably. I mean, if there's one thing we've learned during this time of COVID, social relationships are so important to our mental health and our physical health. And when we get out and we talk to other people, we're not just having a drink of coffee. We're having fun with other people. And what could be better than that? And once again, it's fun with a friend. It's something for yourself, and that's why we love coffee.
The debate is over.
Absolutely.
The debate is over.
It's salutatory. It's good for your health.
Cheers. My thanks to owner Jeannie Carpenter at Firefly Coffee Shop and the entire staff there for hosting us and taking such good care of us. By the way, if you're interested in looking at the actual latest research on coffee, I've posted all of the links on channel3000.com.
It's good for you.
Best news I've heard all day.
We have a big coffee station between our guests.
Yes, we do, and it's busy.
It is busy. Well, still coming for Nixon's the one?
He was for an Evansville man that Mark found in 1988. We're going to revisit him in this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday. That's coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheesh Raval with the Ortho Team Clinic at Stoughton Health. We hope you can join us for our upcoming event on treatment of knee arthritis and custom knee replacements.
He has his grandfather's smile,
her mother's eyes,
my cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
Are you overloaded with debt? 13 may be your lucky number. No interest Chapter 13 debt repayment. Protect your assets, pay your debts, get a lower payment that you can afford. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 13 repayment plans start at only $275 a month. To see if you qualify, on your phone, from your home, statewide, Call now or visit us online. Hit the debt-free button. Click or call now.
And I walked right into US Cellular and I said I want to choose any phone in here for free. What'd he say? He's unsure. Really nice guy. I had my pick of any phone from any brand, free, even the newest ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the big screen?
Yeah.
Big storage?
Yeah.
Fits in your pocket?
Fits in my pocket. Yeah, it's a big phone, and that's what I wanted, and I got what I wanted.
At US Cellular, we put you first. So choose any phone free. Plus, get unlimited data for just $30 a month. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Now is the time to transform your home. It's time for new energy-efficient replacement windows from Champion. Right now, every Comfort 365 window style is 40% off.
At Champion, we make buying new windows easy. Unlike some other companies, we control every step of the process. We design, build, install, and guarantee it for life.
Upgrade your home and get 40% off all styles. Call now or go online to book your free estimate at getchampionwindows.com.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
Take a look at this. No, sir, we don't have a drive-through. The driver of this car mistook the accelerator for the brake, causing this incredible crash. There's another angle from inside the store. You can see the vehicle flies through the front glass and stops just inches away from the shop owner behind the counter. Both the driver and the shopkeeper in Thailand had minor injuries. The driver promised to pay for all the damages.
I bet they did.
He's lucky. They're all lucky.
Everyone's lucky. Yeah. Imagine if someone was at the counter.
As we were saying at the top of the show, we have to figure out a way to bottle these days, Dana.
My goodness, it's really
so
nice.
Perfect today.
Just perfect.
It really is. Nice and sunny, really comfortable, and that low humidity also, of course.
Good stuff.
A big part of that comfort factor outside right now. Here's a picturesque view of downtown.
Postcard?
Yeah.
Well, Simpsons clouds.
The blue sky. We'll take a look at your 10-day and when things are going to start changing for us right after the break.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you paid for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
At Machinery Row Bicycles, you'll find Wisconsin's largest selection of cyclocross and gravel bicycles from Trek, Felt, Giant, Liv, Waterford, and Moots. Trek and Felt have an awesome lineup of cyclocross and gravel bicycles that are great for racing, touring, all-weather commuting, and gravel grinding. The place to shop for the world's most beautiful bicycles is Machinery Row Bicycles, the most beautiful bicycle store in the world. Free service is included. So many fun things to look at and bicycles to test ride on the bicycle path by the lake at Machinery Row Bicycles.
My dad told me he's back into old hobbies, but it looks like he's picked up new habits for his type 2 diabetes, too.
Once weekly Trulicity is proven to help lower A1C, and it can help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetes diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Create your perfect room for relaxing, entertaining, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio Enclosures.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, thankfully, we have one more nice sunny day in the forecast for tomorrow. So if Mark needs to take his car in to get it washed, tomorrow's definitely the day to do it. But as we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately, we're going to rely on Mother Nature to help get things cleaned up because we have rain in the forecast for this weekend and through much of next week. So the grumpy face likely going to stick with us heading into next week. Temperature-wise, we're currently in the mid to upper 70s with a lot of sunshine coming through. Things overnight will stay nice and dry. And right now, your Friday looks wonderful. We'll be in the 50s early in the day with sunshine expected for Friday afternoon. High temperatures on Friday will yet again climb up to the middle 70s, mid to low 70s for us for areas north of Dane County. On Saturday, though, the shower chances will creep back in. We'll have scattered showers developing during the day on Saturday. This continues for us throughout the evening. We will have dry time mixed in there, but it is going to be a bit soggy outside for this week, and that rain chance sticks with us into Sunday. And even as we look ahead to next week, we have several more chances to pick up at least an isolated shower or two during the day. So we're in for a little bit of a soggy stretch. Overall rainfall totals by the end of this weekend landing at about 3/4 of an inch to an inch for most of southern Wisconsin, but we could add on another 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch by the end of the week. So again, not a total washout, but this weekend's going to be soggy. This drags us out into Monday morning, and then more rain chances expected as we look ahead to next week. So we have the rain in the forecast. We also have cooler temperatures in the forecast. Right now, our 6 to 10 day and our 8 to 14 day trending below average. That bullseye right over us, where we're seeing that cooler trend really anchoring down for the northern Midwest and puts temperatures generally in the mid to low 70s. Not too chilly outside, but still below average for the start of June. Mostly sunny tomorrow, a bit breezy. Wind speeds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Notice coming from the west-northwest. That's helping our temperatures stay a little cool. Highs will be in the low 70s, close to 72 for us in Madison. Friday, we get sunshine, and then things get a little soggy. Rain chances expected for Saturday and Sunday. We pull back quite a bit for those high temperatures on the weekend in the 60s. Looking ahead to next week, average high temps in the low 70s. This time of year should be closer to about 74, 75. And almost every day we have the opportunity to at least see a few raindrops. Rain chances expected to stick with us even heading into the following weekend. So grumpy Mark
that is so
the
funny.
rain in the forecast.
That graphic could have multiple applications.
Use it for everything.
I'm just going to keep it. It is the Mark happy versus grumpy. For the record, I need everyone to know that I desperately had to search for a grumpy photo of Mark. One does not exist.
So she came over and
I had to take one.
make a grumpy face. I said, this is going to haunt me, but that was fun.
But Susan's right. There's a lot of applications.
And a lot of graduation parties this weekend, and weddings, June weddings outside.
And just starting summer, and it's going to be soggy and cool.
But no washout.
No, exactly. We'll have dry time mixed in there, but would have the umbrella on hand.
Okay. Yes. Good advice.
Happy Mark.
Happy Mark.
Thanks, Dana. Well, we're in the middle of campaigns right now for this year's midterm elections, and everyone has their favorite candidate.
And I met a man back in 1988 who certainly had a favorite, even though that person wasn't even running. Here's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
In Atlanta this summer, it was Dukakis. In New Orleans, it was Bush. And in Belleville, Wisconsin, it's Nixon. Nixon, as in Richard, as in Tricky Dick. Yeah, that's a Richard Nixon t-shirt and Nixon buttons Ron Pattinson is wearing walking down the street. Nixon, he's tan, rested, and ready. Nixon in '88.
Once in a while, somebody will take me serious. Think I'm a bit strange.
A bit strange? Come on, Ron. Why would anyone think that? Just because you never leave the house without wearing a Nixon button? Just because you have boxes of Nixon newspaper clippings and magazines? Just because you have an autographed picture of Nixon and Agnes Moorehead? Strange? Come on.
Yeah, you get a lot of strange comments, but I don't think anybody really takes me serious. I hope nobody takes me serious.
So he's not serious. It all started 8 years ago with one button.
So like anything else, it's when you collect something, you start getting more and more and more of it. And over the years, it just started growing.
But why Nixon?
I'm not sure.
Now people just expect to see Ron wearing something Nixon, mostly buttons. Nixon and Lodge, Nixon and Agnew, Pat for First Lady. For Ron, it's Nixon, now more than ever. Yes, Nixon. He's the one. No jelly? But Ron wanted to make sure I let you know that he's definitely not making a political statement.
I've got nothing against Mr. Nixon personally. I try to stay out of political arguments because of it. I wouldn't vote for my own brother if he was a Republican.
A Nixon memorabilia collecting Democrat. That's Ron Pattinson. And as far as he knows, he's the only person in America with a Nixon collection. We tend to believe him, too. Traveling in Belleville, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
1968.
Well, for somebody that's not political.
Ron in Belleville. Maybe he was watching the Today. We've got to go back and see if this continues.
I tried to look him up. I couldn't find him, but hopefully he's around. Somebody knows him. I bet he still has the collection.
Very interesting.
Coming up next year on Live at 4, some people with student loans are about to get some help from President Joe Biden.
And then coming up next hour at 5, for nearly a year, we've heard about a fixed figure, about $675,000, for Michael Gableman to work with. Our political reporter, Will Keneally, explains there's more to that number, and that's coming up at 5.
Find your style with 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans at Menards. Cool off with our selection of more than 50 Patriot Lighting ceiling fans. They're a beautiful addition for any room of your home and greatly reduce energy costs year-round. They're available in so many different designs and finishes. You'll be sure to find your style. Save on everything with 11% off all Patriot Lighting ceiling fans right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. This is how we do it.
At Pick and Save, we believe it takes the right team to bring you fresh produce. That's why we partner with farmers who grow only the best. And that level of teamwork means better, fresher options time and time again. Because working together is truly what it takes to be fresh for everyone.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree. Breasttree gives me better breathing and helps prevent flare-ups. Before Breasttree, I was stuck in the past. I still had bad days. Flare-ups, which kept me from doing what I love. My doctor said, for my COPD, it was time for Breasttree. Breasttree gives you better breathing, symptom improvement, and helps prevent flare-ups. Like no other COPD medicine, Breasttree was proven to reduce flare-ups by 52%.
Breasttree won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttree more than prescribed. Breasttree may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Tonight at 5, looking for answers. Brady Mallory explores the investigation of the Quadron Wilson police shooting.
Another sunny and pleasant day is on the way for Friday, although it may be a little breezy. Mostly cloudy skies and scattered showers are likely this weekend, and that should keep temperatures to below normal levels as well. I'll tell you when we can expect the rain to arrive at 5.
And ahead at 6, we should always read the fine print. One woman battles a local dealership after the contract didn't match the verbal agreement. Our CFA team joins the fight to regain the thousands lost.
We have breaking news right now in Racine. 5 people were shot within the past hour during a funeral at Graceland Cemetery in Racine.
Racine police described the shooting as a critical incident and have urged people to stay away. Police said multiple shots were fired, that there are victims, but their conditions are unknown at this hour. It's a developing story. The scene is still active and being investigated. Police said they will share more coming up next hour at 5, and you can follow it always online at channel3000.com.
Well, more than 500,000 students who attended a for-profit college system will have their debt erased.
The move is part of a broader effort by the Biden administration to relieve more Americans of their crushing student loans.
Dina Demetrius has the story from Los Angeles.
This building once housed Everest College in West Los Angeles, a remnant of one of the nation's most notorious cases of alleged fraud in higher education. The campus was part of the chain of Corinthian for-profit colleges that collapsed in 2015, leaving students under mountains of debt.
I spent a lot of money to come here, and now the money basically I feel has been thrown in the trash.
I feel like they walked into my house and they went into my wallet and they took $5 grand from me.
At that time, Vice President Kamala Harris was California's Attorney General and had sued the company for misleading practices. Thursday, she announced 560,000 former students will have their federal loans canceled.
It means that if you attended Corinthian at any point in its existence, you will receive this relief automatically. You do not need to apply for it.
The government's action erases nearly $6 billion in debt for students who took on more and more loans in the hopes of graduating into high-paying jobs. Vice President Harris says instead, many got nothing but heartache.
Our investigation revealed that some of the degrees from Corinthian were so worthless that they didn't help a single student get a job.
The move comes as the Biden administration considers broader action to relieve Americans of more than $1.7 trillion in student loans.
The bottom line is we're fixing a broken system.
Administration officials say they're looking carefully at the issue, but no decision has been made yet on how to proceed. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, it's time to get your pet questions answered. The number to call, 608-270-9933.
Dr. Carrie Donahue is here today, and she's ready to take your calls. That number, once again, 608-270-9933. We'll take your calls when Live at 4 continues.
Finding my way forward with node-positive breast cancer felt overwhelming at times. But I never just found my way. I made it. So when I finished active therapy, I kept moving forward and did everything I could to protect myself from recurrence.
Verzenio is the first treatment in over 15 years to reduce the risk of recurrence for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative, node-positive, early breast cancer with a high chance of returning, as determined by your doctor when added to hormone therapy. Hormone therapy works outside the cell, while Verzenio works inside to help stop the growth of cancer cells. Diarrhea is common, may be severe, or cause dehydration or infection. At the first sign, call your doctor, start an antidiarrheal, and drink fluids. Before taking Verzenio, tell your doctor about any fever, chills, or other signs of infection. Verzenio may cause low white blood cell counts, which may cause serious infection that can lead to death. Life-threatening lung inflammation can occur. Tell your doctor about any new or worsening trouble breathing, cough, or chest pain. Serious liver problems can happen. Symptoms include fatigue, appetite loss, stomach pain, and bleeding or bruising. Blood clots that can lead to death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid breathing or heart rate, or if you are nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
I'm making my way forward, my way, with Verzenio.
Ask your doctor about everyday Verzenio.
Wow, look at this selection. Tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl. And this one is perfect.
At Floor & Decor, our everyday low pricing on high-quality products and on-trend styles means you can really bring your room to life. Discover Floor & Decor today.
I'm Alex Lasry, a Democrat running to beat Senator Ron Johnson.
And I'm Lauren Lasry, and this is our daughter Eleanor. I know Alex will always fight for working families.
To get more money in the pockets of working people and lower costs.
By making paid leave available and healthcare more affordable.
And I'll always be a relentless supporter of a woman's right to choose.
Especially now. Alex is exactly the kind of ally Tammy Baldwin needs in the Senate.
So I approve this message because we have to do better than having Ron Johnson as our senator.
Since I left for college, my dad has gotten back into some of his old hobbies. And now he's taking Trulicity. And it looks like he's gotten into some new, healthier habits, too.
What changes are you making for your type 2 diabetes? Maybe it's time to try Trulicity. It's proven to help lower A1C. It could help you lose up to 10 pounds. And it's only taken once a week, so it can fit into your busy life. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. The choices you make can help control your A1C. Ask your doctor about once-weekly Trulicity.
Just a quick look at traffic right now. Some good news. No accidents popping up on the screen, but eastbound along the Beltline, things slowing down just a little bit, likely due to construction again for your evening commute.
All right, Dana, thank you. A camera crew got up close and personal to sizzling hot lava flowing from Italy's Mount Etna, Europe's highest and most active volcano. The 10,000-foot high volcano has roared back into action in recent weeks, spewing lava and ash high over the Mediterranean island of Sicily. The Etna Walk team says the temperatures of the lava reach 800 degrees. This volcano has the longest written record of eruptions. Get this, dating back to 425 BC.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful, but very
dangerous. Yeah.
Well, it's time to get your pet questions answered.
Dr. Carrie Donahue from Full Circle Holistic Veterinary Care is here. Hi, Carrie.
Hello.
Good to see you. We have 3 lines open at 608-270-9933.
And we'll start with Ellen in Platteville. Hi, Ellen. What's your question?
Yes, we have a cat that is pulling out her fur. Any idea what would be causing that?
Boy, you know, that is a tough one with cats pulling out their fur because there can be a number of different reasons for it. Sometimes cats will pull out their fur on their limbs if they might be painful, if there's arthritis there. Sometimes they'll pull fur off on their abdomen if they're feeling stressed out, or sometimes if they have a bladder infection or their anal glands might be full. Those are all reasons, or allergies. You know, that would be another reason why they pull their fur out. So kind of maybe going through some of those things in your mind and thinking, could any of these be a possibility? I guess I would say kind of ruling out any medical issues first, and if everything is okay on that, and then kind of thinking, well, maybe this is a behavioral thing. Maybe this is just anxiety, and that it's pretty common for cats to do that. If they're just feeling stressed out, they'll kind of take it out on themselves and make themselves feel better by pulling out their fur.
Okay, so get a medical checkup.
I think that's a good idea.
All right, thanks you for calling.
Thanks for calling today.
Let's go to Julie in Madison. Hi, Julie. What's your question?
Hi, my question is about the rabies vaccinations for dogs. There is often a 1 year, and then they sometimes are marked 3 year. And I have been told that they are exactly the same medication and amount of medication with the rabies vaccine, but sometimes they're marked 1 year and other times 3 years. How come? And what do we do about it?
Yeah, well, that's a very good question on the rabies vaccines. And typically the first rabies vaccine that's given to young dogs and young cats, that is a 1 year vaccine. And after that year is up, the next time they get a rabies vaccine, that's typically a 3 year vaccine. And then it is a 3 year vaccine every 3 years after that for life. And rabies vaccine is the vaccine that's required by law, so that's one that you really have to get. But that's the difference. I mean, it is the same rabies vaccine, and it's just the difference between a 1 year for the younger animals and a 3 year vaccine for the older animals.
That came up when we got our new puppies. Like, oh, yeah, another one in a year? Yeah, and then it's 3. So that's how it works.
All right, thank you for calling. Let's go to Carol in Baraboo. Hi, Carol. What's your question?
Hello. I have 2 young puppies. One's a year old and one will be a year old, and they both get car sickness really bad, even if I go a block. What could I use for that?
It's like Poppy. She doesn't like the car either, your dog.
No, it's a common reason, you know, for dogs to get sick and to get nauseous, and it's really common in puppies. So one thing that I would say is your dogs will very possibly grow out of the car sickness. Once they get a little bit older, it gets easier for them to travel. There is a medication called Serenia, which your veterinarian could prescribe, and that's very helpful for dogs feeling nauseous, that you could give before a car ride. Something over the counter, you could try Benadryl. And sometimes that's helpful just before you go, maybe an hour before the trip, if you can plan for that. And sometimes that's helpful. So, but hopefully it's something that it won't be lifelong.
Yeah, hopefully they'll grow out of it. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Ellen in McFarland. Hi, Ellen. What's your question?
Hi, I got a Shih Tzu and she started coughing, and I'm wondering if it's something I need to be concerned about. She doesn't do it every day, but somebody said I should take her to the vet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and that's another thing, that dogs can cough for a number of different reasons. And, you know, this time of year we see more coughing dogs just because it's spring allergy season. All of the pollen is out there, and that can be very irritating for the respiratory tract. So that can cause a cough. Other things like heart disease or bronchitis, those can cause a cough as well. So I would say if your dog is seeming like they're acting sick, you know, if they're not wanting to eat, if they're lethargic, that would be a bigger reason to take them into the vet to have an exam done. And also if you notice any discharge from the eyes or the nose, you know, kind of signs of an upper respiratory infection.
As a Shih Tzu owner for many, many years, they have that reverse sneeze thing.
Yes, they do.
So that might be on occasion.
Definitely, and that's very tied in with a cough. It's just, you know, things can get congested in there, and once they start, they can just kind of keep going. So, yeah.
Not a lot of room up there.
I know, right? A little smashed in.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in, Carrie. We'll see you in a month.
Great to see you, Carrie. Thanks so much.
Good.
Well,
Thank you.
Final check of your forecast coming up.
Celebrate the summer of savings at Bob's Discount Furniture with our best financing options ever. Take my complete Tremont Queen bedroom set for only $9.99 or pay over 30 months. This summer, Bob's Discount goes further than ever with my best financing options ever.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Paws.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Paws, it's good medicine.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes and I approve this message.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win. Yes! Yes! At 5, Brandy will stream her first concert and gain her first band. Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on. After all, we're the nationwide network built by locals for locals. U.S. Cellular.
Get Bob's Discount on furniture, on lamps, on chairs, on mattresses, on rugs, too.
Get Bob's Discount!
Only at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Exclusive at 5, we have our first sit-down with UW System President Jay Rothman since his January appointment. Then questions remain unanswered. Brady Mallory searches for the truth behind the shooting of Quadron Wilson. That's coming up in a few minutes.
Want to know what the weather is like right now where you live? Download the First Warn Weather app and I'll give you my hour-by-hour forecast.
The First Warn Weather app. Get it now. Powered by News 3 Now.
Oh, such a delightful afternoon right now with sunshine and comfortable temperatures. We'll throw this graphic up one more time just for Mark's sake. Enjoy the sunshine tomorrow. Great day for a car wash, but as we look ahead to the weekend, things get a little soggy, a little grumpy outside for us. Gary will have more on the rain coming up at the 5.
We created a monster, Mark.
with plaque psoriasis are rethinking the choices they make, like the shot they take, the memories they create, or the spin they initiate. Otezla, it's a choice you can make. Otezla is not a cream. It's a pill that treats plaque psoriasis differently. With Otezla, you can achieve clearer skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Otezla. Otezla can cause serious allergic reactions. It may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Otezla is associated with an increased risk of depression. Tell your doctor if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts, or if these feelings develop. Some people taking Otezla reported weight loss. Your doctor should monitor your weight and may stop treatment. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Tell your doctor about your medicines and if you're pregnant or planning to be. Otezla, show more of you.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Joe Biden opened America's borders, increasing the flow of deadly drugs into our communities. Last year, over 105,000 people died of drug overdoses in America. Biden's putting our children and families at risk. Ron Johnson is warning everyone that drug traffickers are adding fentanyl to counterfeit pills, and it only takes one pill to kill. Please tell your children and support law enforcement.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and get all of the day's top stories and exclusive video right to your phone.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
In today's Final Touch, a group of classic car lovers in Rio de Janeiro have converted their passion into a successful business.
They buy, restore, and customize the classic Volkswagen bus. Much loved by hippies, wanderers, and families worldwide, many have been faithful fans of the iconic vehicle since it first rolled off the assembly lines in West Germany in 1950. In Brazil, millions were produced at factories in Sao Paulo, ending in 2013 when VW halted production of the Kombi, as it was called down there. Now, a vibrant used bus market in the country is trying to keep up with demand, restoring and detailing classic vehicles, and they go all out. Dozens of mechanics and technicians tune the engines, repaint the chassis, and customize the interiors with slide-out sleeping pads and spaces aimed at a new growing consumer market. Pretty cool.
Love it.
My neighbor collects these things. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now. For the first time, we're